is Mike. M tends to travel here in Los Angeles, California. I'm in, this is Wilshire Boulevard here. I'm on Wilshire Boulevard. And I want to talk to you a little bit about this building here that has a lot of history here in Los Angeles. So, we're going to walk around Wilshire a little bit and just focus on this beautiful Art Deco building, the Bullocks building. What's going on, Nicole? Hello, welcome. Nicole wins the prize. She's the first in the broadcast. Hi, Tasty, how are you? Hello again. Hello, hello, hello. Give me a sound check and a video check. We're good on both fronts, sound and audio. What's going on, Donnie? Indianapolis in the house. Hey, Eric. How's it going? I'm viewing from South Bay, California. Awesome. We're good. Thanks for the 15 cents there, Donnie. Donnie. The High Award. A little bit of a overcast day in LA today, but it's that time of year where this happens. This is an amazing building, very historic building, guys. I'm going to tell you why it's so historic and why it was built in the first place and so on. Hey, Tasha, how are you? I'm doing good. Doing a broadcast today. I'm doing fine. Yeah, total Art Deco, copper. The green you see is actually copper that's turned that patina. You know what copper sort of, hang on a second. When copper ages, it becomes that greenish patina color, like the Statue of Liberty and so on. So it's all copper. Was there a murder in this building? I don't know about a murder in this building. Yeah, it used to be a department store, Bullocks. It used to be a department store for the well-to-do. Hey, Gloria. I believe I'm on Facebook too. I hope so. Oh, look at that car. That's cool. I believe I'm on Facebook. I'm on, I think. I don't know. I didn't check. I should have checked. Hey, Gloria. I think I'm also on YouTube. And I should be on Twitter as well. So, my friends, I hope you can hear me. The street is a little bit noisy. It is Wilshire Boulevard, busy Wilshire. So you'll hear cars and motorcycles and so on going by. So my friends, this is the former department store known as Bullocks here in Los Angeles. This was part of a chain of 7 stores, Bullocks. One of them, the flagship, was actually downtown Los Angeles. The main store was downtown LA. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Well, Macy's bought it. Yeah, it was like Macy's. But remember, Macy's bought it out, changed the name, and then finally shut it down. But Macy's bought it. But anyway, Bullocks was kind of, they had a store downtown LA. And it was there for years, and people went there to shop and so on. Well, this one was actually created to cater to the more affluent, if you will. So this particular store in 1929. Hello Lakeland. How are you, Cup of Joe? 1929, John G. Bullocks decided to build a store that would, this was a residential neighborhood mainly at the time, and he decided to build a store that would cater to what was it, the emerging car culture here in Los Angeles, 1920s and so on. Cars were becoming big and still are. Car culture in LA. It's a law school. I'll tell you in a minute. It's a law school. So it was the burgeoning car culture, and so people were driving more and more, and it was obviously people who were well off who could afford cars, and a lot of them were celebrities. So the entrance was actually on the back of the building. This is the front, and you could drive up to the back, and they had valets. This was like they had the valets that would take your car. You could walk right in. 1929 it was built. 1929, and they had the windows. The windows are still there. I'll walk across the street. I'll show you a close-up. But the windows are still there, display windows. And the idea was that people were able to drive and look in the windows from their cars. Big display windows that are still there. The tower used to have a light at the top that you can see it for miles and miles and miles around Los Angeles. It used to have a beacon up there at the top. That's gone. But the green again, it's copper. 1929 it opened, and it catered to a lot of famous people. I'll give you a few names. You guys ready? I'll give you a few names of the people who did not want to go downtown to shop at Bullocks downtown. So they came here, they drove their cars, drove around the back, valet, and they came in, and this is where they shop, but it was, again, geared toward an upscale clientele. A mainly upscale clientele. I'm not seeing, this is the thing that worries me a little bit about Haps. I don't see comments for a while. I think they're probably delayed. I'm not sure if I'm still live. I think I'm still live. Am I? Hey, Cleveland in the house. Carolet, how are you? Let me give you a few names of the people who were customers or worked here. Let me see. Mae West was a big regular here. This bus is going to block me a little bit. Okay, I'll move over here. Mae West, the actress Mae West. John Wayne. Remember Mr. Western? Yeah, it's a historic building, so they preserved it. So Mae West, John Wayne, Marlene Dietrich. Remember, this is going way back to the days in the 20s. So a lot of these actors and actresses were back from those days. Joan Crawford, Alfred Hitchcock, Greta Garbo, Walt Disney. Hey Yvonne, how are ya? G. Ford, I see you. But I'm also keeping an eye out for my surroundings. Anybody remember the actress Angela Lansbury? She did that TV series Murder, She Wrote. She did the series Murder, She Wrote. Angela Lansbury. Angela Lansbury actually worked here. She was a clerk here. Yes, Walt Disney was a customer. Walt Disney. Angela Lansbury, the actress, she was a sales clerk here. Murder, She Wrote, yeah. I think comments are working. Hi. Oh, hi. Good. Pat Nixon, remember? The First Lady, married to Richard Nixon. Pat Nixon was also an employee here. She also worked at the department store. Before she became the First Lady of the United States, Pat Nixon worked here. You love Murder, She Wrote? And those are just a few of the names, guys, that of the celebrities who were frequent customers here of this department store. Again, this department store catered to the wealthy. It catered to the wealthy. And then, of course, it being Los Angeles and such a interesting looking building, it also, I'm going to go across the street in a minute, guys, but it also appeared in TV shows, in movies. Some you might recognize. One of the scenes from the movie The Aviator was filmed at the entrance right there. It was Bullocks. It's a historic building, so the sign is still on the building. I'm going to walk over across the street, and we're going to walk around the building, and I'll show it to you. But I'm kind of giving you the exterior of the building right now. It's in my title, isn't it? I put the title, the name of the building in my title. Bullocks. Yes, it was obviously a store that, private in the sense that anybody could go in, but if you could afford it, you'd have to afford the prices. Again, it was open mainly to cater to folks who did not want to drive downtown. All this neighborhood at that time was like a nice residential neighborhood. Now it's Koreatown. It's part of Koreatown. But it was like a nice residential area, and people didn't want to go downtown, and they were in their cars and so on. Bullocks decided that the flagship was cool, anybody could go there, but he wanted to open one that would cater to that particular clientele. Exactly, if you can afford it, you can go in. And it's still, I can't go inside today because unfortunately it's closed today, but it still maintains the Art Deco kind of feeling inside. Remember that show Moonlighting, guys? Scene from Moonlighting was filmed, the second season was filmed here. The movie Topper with Cary Grant, that's from 1937. A movie Topper by Cary Grant is in that movie, was filmed here. Aerosmith, anybody know the rock and roll band Aerosmith? Remember Love in an Elevator video? If you look at Aerosmith, go to YouTube and you do look up the video Love in an Elevator by Aerosmith. That video was from 1989. That was filmed here. Love in an Elevator, Aerosmith. No, all of LA, because LA, you can, as long as you ask permission, you can film. It's not a museum. It's never been a museum, guys. And a lot of those things that were filmed when the building was either still active, being used as a department store, or the law school or something else. It's not a museum. In LA, even my buildings, because LA is LA, and movies are filmed here. Movies are filmed just about everywhere. And so this was one of the places that they film. I see movies being filmed all the time in LA. I see car commercials being filmed, movies, TV shows, documentary. You can't go very far and not bump into something being filmed somewhere in Los Angeles. That's just the way things are here. If you look on, remember Conan O'Brien, the TV? He had a talk show. I think he still does. Conan O'Brien, his background, his set, the set of his background at one time, I don't know if it still is, was this building, Conan O'Brien. It closed down it shut down in the 70s because the department stores were sort of hurting and so on. Macy's bought it out. So in the 1970s, it started to decline. Macy's bought it, renamed it, and it became part of Macy's. Macy's was the competition. And anyway, after a few years still, Macy's just shut it down completely. It was vacant for a little bit. Then, and I'm going to cross the street as soon as the light changes, Southwestern Law School opened it bought it in 1989. Yeah, LA, New York, other places, Atlanta have lots of filming. Yeah, I see. In fact, people in Los Angeles, especially downtown where I live, filming is a little bit of a nuisance because they shut down streets, they shut down sidewalks, the trucks, everything blocks parking garages, parking lots. So yeah, so this is the name. So Southwestern Law School now occupies the building, and this is the name of the department store. The sign is still there. The sign is still there. It's a historic building. Yeah, when I first moved to LA and I saw filming, I'd stop and check it out. But now it's like, get out of my way, I gotta get home. I just gotta get home, you guys are blocking me. So this is the name, this is the sign, the original sign is still there. Again, made of copper, and then they put up the Southwestern Law School, now owns it. So it's a law school now. Yeah, law school bought the building 1989, converted it into law school. This is just one building. The law school has several buildings here. Here's another building for Southwestern Law School here. So these building here, so, and as you can see, look at the windows. The windows were nice and large. So if you were driving on Wilshire Boulevard or any of these streets, you could look in your car and see the displays that would tempt you to come inside to shop. So we're talking about the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s. These were the times when people were like, car culture. The first freeway in the country was built here in Los Angeles. Again, towards car culture. Yes, large, these big display windows with the copper awnings there, overhangs. Very Art Deco. Yes, two brothers, the Parkinson brothers, designed the building. We had the nice light, the Art Deco entrance to it. But if you drove around the back. I'm gonna walk down there, and you valeted. It was a beautiful, beautiful building. Yeah, very nice that they preserved it. As you can see, the original tiling is still there. And the tower up here, again, had a light, a beacon that you could see it for miles and miles around LA. Because keep in mind, back then in the 1920s, LA wasn't so built up with tall buildings, right? 1929, 1930s, and so on. Los Angeles did not have a lot, as many as we have now, let's put it that way. So it still has the entrance here with the original flooring. Yes, all the green you see, all of this is copper, metal. And it turns that green again. That's what happens to copper, how it ages after a while. Like the Statue of Liberty is copper. This is copper here, and it turns to green. And again, it's historic. It's in the it's a historic landmark now, and not too far down the street, it's the Ambassador Hotel. Well, it's not there anymore, but it used to be the Ambassador Hotel. Now it's a school, and that's where RFK was shot after he spoke at the Ambassador. It's not there anymore. So as you can see, the big display windows is like several of them. How many of them here? So if you were driving, you would go past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm counting, not counting the entrance. 9 big display, large windows displaying stuff. And today it's a law school. It's closed today. This looks like a library. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Again, it's Bullocks. The original signs are still there. They had the hyphen here and they took it off. He decided to drop that and just make it Bullocks. And the one downtown kept the hyphen. So that's why you'll see I'm not hyphen, I'm sorry, apostrophe. What am I talking about? The apostrophe has been taken off because the owners decided to kind of make it a little bit different from Bullocks downtown. And they got rid of the apostrophe. The apostrophe. Yeah, this is Wilshire. I mean, you guys, I'm not sure if you've heard of Wilshire. Westmoreland is here. And then the next street over is Virgil. I'm sorry, Westmoreland Avenue is right over here. And then behind me is Virgil. And if I were to keep walking here if I were to keep walking on Wilshire, I'd run into what used to be. I'm going to walk around the sides, guys. What used to be the Ambassador, where a lot of celebrities went. People hung out there. Very historic. And it's where RFK was shot. He died a few hours later at the Good Sam Hospital. I'm going around the back. So again, when back in the 20s and 30s, well, it was the 30s really. In the 30s, when cars are really taking off as a car culture type of a place in LA, They come around and they drive around the back through here, and this became sort of the entrance. You see this drive-in with the gates, and then it has the Art Deco. Unfortunately, it's closed right now, but I wish I could show it to you. But it has the nice Art Deco paintings. So this kind of back became the entrance. So it has like these paintings on the ceiling there, still there. The original is still there. So this kind of became with the whole entrance, so you wouldn't get wet. You just drive in, and someone would take your car and park it, valet, and that's how the wealthy. And that sounds like nothing today, but that was very innovative back in the day. That was quite something back in the day. It wasn't something that was done everywhere. To have someone take the keys to your car and park it for you. Yeah, it has a wrought iron gate. Let me walk around. I'll see if I can give another vantage point. Has these nice trees that probably been here forever. Again, it's a law school today. Again, we are in Koreatown. It's become Koreatown. The neighborhood has gone through a lot of changes, obviously, over the years. And now today, it's Koreatown. That's where it is now. Just walking around the back, circle around the neighborhood, just kind of give you a sense of what it looks like. Oh yeah, the Wiltern building. Yeah, I know which building you're talking about. Exactly. Kind of the same type of building. Yeah, that's also a beautiful building. You know your buildings. Yeah, nice landscaping. Yes, some of these trees have been here forever. You can tell. During the week, there'll be more activity here. Saturday, it's closed. That's a Korean newspaper there. The Korea, it says right over here, broadcasting. It's the Korea Daily. This is one of the drive-in entrances here. It's private property, so I'm not going to go on to it. But as you can see, the sign says Southwestern Law School. It's a new construction going on over here, apartment buildings. Downtown is that way. I can see the top of the Wilshire Grand building. Downtown is that way. New apartment buildings coming in. I'm sure a lot of students will probably, some students, their parents put them up, can stay there close to the school. This is another view of the building from back here. Actually, let's see if I can take a picture of it. Let's see if I can get a photo. Between the two palm trees. Yeah, it's a nice view from here. Let's see if I can get one this way. Okay. I'm just kind of walking around the block. Give you guys a sense of what it looks like from behind here. I'm not wearing a mask because there's nobody around me. Plus, I guess the word is, although in California is a little different, CDC says we don't have to wear a mask if a lot of ifs. If we've been vaccinated, we're with other people who have been vaccinated, if we're outside, even if you're outside, inside, indoors with people that are vaccinated, blah, blah, blah. You like this shot too? Yeah, from the back. I like the one with the palm trees, but this one's okay too. I'm getting another shot here of it. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's Wilshire. It's heavily cars, traffic. It's Koreatown. It's not mainly. I mean, it's a mix of commercial traffic and residential. Like this building, looks like new apartment buildings coming in. So it all depends. Yeah, me too. I go into stores, I wear a mask. Because I don't know. Costco said you don't have to wear a mask. Costco, Trader Joe's, but only if you've been vaccinated, they say. Only if you've been vaccinated. And they're not going to check to see who has been vaccinated and who hasn't. So I think I can cut through here. I saw some people cutting through here, yeah. Let's go over here. They have a gate here, but you can still kind of go through. I think there's an exit. Let's see. I see a model, someone taking photos. That's another thing you see in LA a lot. People modeling, models are taking photos, and that's what they're doing up here. There's a woman, it's a guy, photographer. I keep wearing my mask and distancing. Yeah, you do what makes you feel comfortable. That's what I say. You do what makes you feel comfortable. It's a good shot over here. Let me pull back up a little bit. See. I see the top of it. Let's see. See if I can get a shot from here. Just the top. How you know who exactly? You don't. You don't know. But that's what Costco and Trader Joe's and the rest of them are saying. We won't check. And I'm sure some people who have not been vaccinated will not wear a mask if you're given the opportunity not to wear one, right? You know how that goes. No, I don't have that dream. But what I do sometimes is I'm halfway out like I'm leaving, and I'm halfway out the door, and then I realize, oh, I forgot my mask. I got to go back. But no, I haven't had that dream. No. This is a good shot over here, I think. Keep an extra one in the bag. Nice shot over here. A different vantage point. A different view anyway. Okay. It's okay. I have a bunch of them in my car, actually. I have a whole lot of them in my car. Look at that. So yeah, you could come in here. It's they have a gate just for cars, but pedestrians can come in. So this is the back end right here. The model has moved on over there to the corner. Again, if you're just joining, guys, the building was officially opened in 1929. It opened as a department store specifically to cater to the well-to-do driving crowd, the car culture that was burgeoning back in the 20s. Then, of course, the 30s and the 40s, people were driving. Um, I mean, of course, the street has changed a little bit since then, and so on. But they had a Bullocks downtown for years, and that one catered mainly to everybody. It was like the Macy's of the day, right? That one catered, well, not Macy's of the day. Macy's had Macy's too, but there were 7 of them. John G. Bullocks was the founder, and he noticed that people were driving a lot more. People didn't want to go downtown. And so he decided to open this one. The building was built with the cars in mind, because the windows back then were not that huge. The windows back then were not that huge. I'm waiting for the light to change. Oh, where'd I? Something behind it? Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's the building right here. Yeah, Art Deco style. Obviously, Art Deco back in those days was big. Art Deco from the 1920s, 30s, and so on. Oh, I got the light. Hold on. So I'm gonna go across the street. I'll give you a nice bigger view of it. And then we'll end the broadcast and I'll head to my car. Again, this is Wilshire Boulevard, my friends. How can I share this with friends? Anybody know how you share on apps? Is there a way to share on Haps? There should be, to invite folks. Hey Shirley, how are you? Again, that's the building here. Go to menu, Cavalet says. Cleveland Cavalet says. Go to menu. Oh, I think I'm gonna get this. The light is changing. I mean, it's the sun's coming. There's a little bit of blue skies I like. I'm gonna get a photo here. Blue skies coming at you. Little blue skies. I can actually see this building from where I live downtown. I can actually see this building. The Bullocks building. Yeah. I'll put some of these photos up on my Instagram. Instagram is Mike. My Instagram is Mike Tends to Travel if you're not following me on Instagram. So I'm going to pull back a little bit. Yeah, I can. I have a quite a sweeping view of Los Angeles. Hey Tina. Yeah, Mike Tends to Travel on Twitter. So they saved this building, which is good. But there's still a lot of Art Deco buildings in LA. Some of you have been following me for a while will remember I showed this build. Where is it? It's this building up. Actually, it's the one across the street. Where am I? Yeah, maybe it's down. No, it's up here. I looked at an apartment here. It was kind of nice. Had a great view of downtown. It's the 3033 building. Reddit. Yep, I'm on Reddit too. I'll get a photo from this angle. Hey Peter, how are you? Welcome to the broadcast. Again, just imagine back in the heydays of the 1930s, all the fancy people coming here to shop, all the celebs coming to shop here. All the well-to-do. Again, I mentioned some of them already. Alfred Hitchcock, who's one of my favorite directors, came here all the time. Cary Grant, Mae West, Angela Lansbury worked here. She's a sales clerk here before she hit it big. She was a sales clerk. Someone should give me a show on PBS. I think PBS has a lot of folks already. I showed the Helms Bakery. I'm sorry you missed it. I was in Culver City months ago with doing just doing a piece about Culver City itself, about the movie industry in Culver City, and I spent a lot of time. I walked the entire strip down there in Culver City, the main strip, and then I showed the bakery. This was on Periscope. So I did that already. I mean, doesn't mean I can't do it again, but I've done it. Yeah, it's no longer a it is no longer a department store. It used to be a department store. Let me walk to the corner, maybe give you a different view of it. It's no longer a department store. It's now a law school. It's Southwestern Law School. They bought it in 1989, and it became a law school. It's kind of a strange building for a law school, but so be it. They had the money. It was just available, and they decided to buy it and turn it into a law school. So that's kind of what it is right now. But Macy's, between Bullocks and the law school, Macy's owned it, and Macy's ran it for a while. Be nice to show it on Haps. Yeah. Black Network or on Netflix, or put in the word for me. Oh, I like this view over here too. Another angle. Another angle. This is M Tends to Travel coming to you on Netflix, on PBS News. So that's it, guys. This is again, back in the day, you can imagine all the cars rolling up here, fancy cars. I mean, really nice fancy cars from the 30s and 40s of celebrities coming in here to shop here. There was another Bullocks, but it was downtown, and that one was more for everyone. This one was open with the car culture in mind. LA still has a car culture. It's never gone away. People just love their cars, and that's kind of a thing. It's sort of a thing, you know. But hence all the freeways. The first freeway that was built between downtown and Pasadena is still there, and it still has the Art Deco bridges. It still has the bridges. And it's very windy and narrow. A lot of people don't like driving it because it's very windy and everyone is driving fast. It was built at a time the cars didn't go 100 miles an hour, but didn't go that fast, you know. but it's very windy, and it takes you between Los Angeles and Pasadena. All right, my friends. This is the building I'm talking about. This building, I looked at this building a couple of years ago, the 3033 building, and it has stunning views of downtown Los Angeles. This building, if you get the right apartment, and of course the rooftop is just got some stunning views of LA. This building here, 3033. It's called 3033 Wilshire. But then I looked at it again, and it seemed like the apartments suffered a little bit. They weren't kept up. They looked like they needed a good scrubbing. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna walk to the corner, and then I'm gonna shut down. This is Virgil right here. What? So yes, the 3033 Wilshire Apartments. Stunning views of well, not all the apartments, but definitely the rooftop has amazing views of LA. What's going on over here? There must be obviously installing something. Thank you, Tacy. Yeah, you guys are like my managers. Go across the sea. My managers. Oh, I can't cross here. Huh. I thought I could cross here on the corner. I guess I got to go one more or go back. No, I'll just go back this way. There it is. The PR team. The A team or the M team. Yeah, this building here, the rooftop has some amazing views. All right, let's cross. All right. So I'm gonna leave you with the building, guys. Thanks very much for joining me. I appreciate it, guys. I'll see you again. Thanks, everybody. End the broadcast. Thanks, Tina, Peter, Shirley. Nikki, of course. Peter, both subscribed. Yeah. One love, everybody. Peace. As soon as the life changes, I'm going to scope down. Or I'm going to shut down, not scope down. Peace.